welcome everybody. I've been saying hello to many of you guys in the questions box there. We are going to be talking about how to grow your local business with Facebook ads this holiday season and beyond, while, and this is really important, cutting your marketing budget. And yes, I am Rick Mulready. So let me just make sure that our slides are going forward here. Okay, cool. All right, you got? Yes, awesome. Okay, coming up here, we're going to do the live training. We're going to dive in to that, and then we are going to do an open forum live Q&A session. So as you have questions, post them in the questions box there. Okay, Ari and Justin from my team are in the questions box there, ready to help you out. If you have like Facebook specific questions, feel free to post them. I'm more than happy to answer them for you. And if you have any problems along the way as far as like hearing or seeing the screen or anything like that, just let us know in the questions box and we'll be sure and help you out. But if you've come into this training with questions, or if questions come up during the training, by all means post them in the questions box there, and I am more than happy to answer them for you. Also coming up, I'm going to let you know how you can get a 15-minute fast start strategy call with me. Really excited about offering that to you. So I'm going to let you know how you can get a 15-minute strategy call with me. So stay tuned for that. So I want to go back to the questions box there. I'm really curious. I want to hear from you guys. Have you guys been using, or have you used Facebook ads in your business? Let me know in the questions box there. And for those of you guys who are using or have used Facebook ads, did you guys use Power Editor? Let me know. And if you have run Facebook ads, how did they go? I'd love to hear. Were they profitable? And if you've not yet used Facebook ads in your business, I'd love to hear what's standing in your way. So I'm going to go back over to the questions box there and just kind of see what you guys are saying. Not yet, yes, 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 yes. Power Editor, yes. Yes to both. Facebook ads, virgin there. Nancy says, okay, cool. Tom Luke is in the house. Hey, Tom, how you doing? Yes to both. Of course you have, Tom. Ads Manager, more than Power Editor. Okay, cool. For more than a year, not profitable. New to Facebook ads. Okay, I tried once, but only see an increase of likes, not profits. Gotcha. Mixed results. Yes, yes. Okay. All right, cool. No to Power Editor. Yes. Just a few. What's Power Editor? Good question. That is where I recommend creating your Facebook ads within Facebook. Totally free tool within Facebook. Yes, but don't like the Power Editor. I hear you, Florian. Okay, cool. You're not alone in that. Well, I ask you that question right up front here because not only do I want to get an idea of sort of where you're at with your Facebook ads, but I want to be clear right off the bat. So this slide or the next couple of slides, I want to make sure that we're on the same page here because I don't want to be wasting your time, and frankly, I don't want my time wasted either. So this training is not going to be for you if you're into get-rich-quick schemes or promoting scams or illegal products or shady products, okay? If that's you, no judgment whatsoever, but this training is not going to be for you. I'm really not worried about that a whole lot. It's not the type of person that I generally attract into, quote-unquote, my world. But if that's you, that's totally fine, but this training is not going to be for you. So now would be a good time to hop off. If you do not have a website or a product or a service to sell as a local business right now, this training is not going to be for you. Again, I want to be very upfront with you here because if you're going to be running Facebook ads in your business, you've got to have a way to have a plan to make your money back. If not right away, a strategy for down the road, okay? So if you don't have a website or a product or service to sell in your local business, this is not going to be for you, okay? Also, if you're somebody who easily gives up and you're not willing to put in the effort to create an automated Facebook ad system for your local business, guys, this is really, really important. If you're looking for some magic pill, maybe flip a switch and boom, you have endless amounts of money coming into your bank account, this is not going to be for you, okay? So I just want to be really clear. On the flip side of that, you are in the right place here. If you're looking for more efficient and cost-effective sales and leads in this holiday season and beyond while reducing your marketing budget from years past, I want to hear from you in the questions box. Does this one resonate with you, or who does this resonate with? Let me know in the questions box. Give me a yes or a oh yes, Carrie. Sure does. Yes, yes, yes. Lots of exclamation points. Okay, cool, cool. Exactly what I'm looking for. Awesome. Then I'm glad to hear that you are in the right place. Also, if you're struggling with or you're worried about where your next lead or sale is coming from, and you'd love to create some certainty in your local business, let me know if this one pertains to you in the questions box. Give me a yes. If it's no, that's okay. Scrolling back down, definitely. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Lots of exclamation points again. All right, cool. If you want to learn new and smarter ways to reach a targeted, loyal customer base in your area without working harder or longer while stretching your marketing dollar, give me a yes if this one pertains to you, if this one hits home for you in the in the questions box. The working harder, working smarter and working harder is going to be a theme that we're talking about here today. Okay, cool. I see lots of yeses in that one as well. Cool, you are in the right place. Maybe you guys have tried Facebook ads before, and a lot of you said that you fell into this one right here, so I already know the answer to this. But they didn't work out like you'd hoped, yet you know that spending a little money on paid traffic allows you to grow and scale your business with clarity and certainty. A lot of you guys have already said yes to this one earlier, so I won't go back to the questions box, but I will want to hear from you on this one as well. You want to be able to focus on one system in your business that can grow and automate your business so that you can be spending more time on the things in your life that matter most to you, whether that's on other areas of your business or creating new products in your business or new offerings or you're working with your customers or going to the gym in the middle of the day or being with your family. Let me know if this one pertains to you in the questions box there. Sounds like Aladdin's lamp. That is the best answer I've ever heard in here when I've asked this question. Okay, cool. I love that answer. That cracks me up. And finally, you're in the right place here. If you have an I'm going to make this work mindset, as I mentioned before, this is also going to be a theme here, guys. If you have an I'm going to make this work mindset, this training is for you. Okay? But the reality of all this as a local business is that Facebook ads can very much be intimidating, and there's real fear around Facebook ads when it comes to Facebook ads. Maybe you don't know what you're doing when it comes to Facebook ads, or you think you're going to be losing money, or maybe you don't have time to run Facebook ads. As a local business, we're all wearing so many hats in our business that we think that, oh, I don't have time to learn, or I don't have time to focus on Facebook ads. I get it. That's the reality for a lot of business owners. Or maybe you don't know how to create a Facebook ad sales funnel that brings in leads and customers. This is a huge one here, guys, and we're going to be talking about this and breaking this down here today. I surveyed a lot of you with 2 simple questions when you registered for this training here, and I got hundreds upon hundreds of responses, all really focusing on and a theme around, I just want more consistent leads and customers in my business from my local area. So I totally get it. That is the reality for so many business owners, okay? And I bring this up to you here because I want to share very quickly my own background. There's that hockey stick I mentioned before from all the people who are in hockey towns there. So my own personal growth, at the beginning of 2013, I had just left the corporate world. So I spent 12 years in corporate online advertising. I spent 5 years at AOL back on the East Coast in Northern Virginia. I spent a couple years at Yahoo out here on the West Coast. I spent time at Funny or Die working for, yes, that's Will Ferrell's company. And during that time, I was involved in every form of online advertising that you could think of, everything from search terms to search to banners to video to contextual advertising to GIF images, you name it. I was doing it in the form of online advertising from between 2000 and end of 2012, almost 2013. And in the fall of 2012, I just celebrated my 4-year anniversary of leaving the corporate world. That's when I left the corporate world to focus full-time on my own business. And the reason how I got there was in 2010, I caught the bug. I noticed what was going on with Facebook. Okay, this is almost 7 years ago that I started noticing the opportunity that small business and entrepreneurs were having on Facebook. they did not have the same opportunities as the larger brands to be able to advertise online at the likes of Yahoo or AOL or even Funny or Die or these other big brands. So I started noticing what was happening on Facebook and the opportunity for small businesses to be able to build their tribe, if you will, on Facebook, start communicating with them, and then also leverage all the data that Facebook has about its users to advertise with them. So because I came from that corporate online advertising background, I naturally gravitated towards the online ad side of Facebook. And so I dove in and I started to teach myself as much as I possibly could. Because at this point, I was looking for a way to leave the corporate world. I wanted to leave the corporate world and start my own thing. I had no idea at that time what it was, but I figured that Facebook ads might be an opportunity for me to do that, to do that as my job. And so what I did was I taught myself as much as I possibly could. I dove in. I started running campaigns for friends who were entrepreneurs and had businesses online. And so over the next few years, I became completely obsessed with it. All right. And then I got so good at it that I was like, all right, you know what? I want to leave the corporate world and become a quote unquote online entrepreneur. Only I had no idea what that meant. All I knew was I wanted to be my own boss and I wanted to have my own business. So I did leave the corporate world at the end of 2012, in September 30th, 2012, to focus full time on doing Facebook ads to create my own business. What the problem was, again, I had no idea what I was doing, and I fumbled around for about 15 months trying to turn this quote-unquote hobby of Facebook ads into a real business. Then I decided to create a Facebook ads training course and sell it using webinars. But it wasn't until 15 months after I had left the corporate world. So I was fumbling around, finally figured out, okay, you know what? I have all this knowledge. I want to create a Facebook ads training course and sell it using webinars that, super meta here, I use Facebook ads to promote. And then on that first webinar, I sold the course before even creating it and ended up making $30,000 in 45 days. Okay? And that was at the beginning of 2014. That was January of 2014. And from there, after that success, kind of became obsessed with using Facebook ads to grow my business, as you might imagine. Then fast forward to 2015, that's where I started to create an automated Facebook ad system that brings in profitable leads and sales every day. And then I refined that system for local businesses as well. And that is what we're talking about here today. So I'm going to be sharing some case studies with you of local business owners who are using this system that we're talking about here today. This is David Brin. I'm going to share a couple different examples throughout the training here for you. He owns a business called Sips and Splatters, where you gather your friends and get your favorite beverage and go in and have painting parties with your friends. Well, he wanted to increase foot traffic into he has a couple of locations in Illinois. And so he wanted to increase foot traffic into his business. So what he did was he grabbed his iPhone, he created a 59-second video on his iPhone that he turned into a Facebook video ad, and he offered a simple $5 off coupon with that video ad. Well, that video got over 200,000 views targeted locally around his businesses. He spent $279 on promoting that video ad with Facebook video ad, and he made in revenue $2,625 in return. So he spent $279 to make over $2,600 off of a 59-second video ad that he created with his iPhone with a simple $5 off coupon, following this system that we're talking about here today. Very, very cool stuff. Amanda Greville, she owns, her company is called Rock Paper Gifts, and she's in Ontario, Canada. They're on the east coast of Canada. Now, she sells custom wedding invitations, okay? And her average sale of these invitations is about $1,000. Well, what she decided to do is she wanted to get in-person local target client meetings, meaning she wanted to target her ads around her business there in Ontario and attract people who were getting married and have meetings with them so that they could look through her custom wedding invitation book and choose a custom invitation. She spent $162.33 on Facebook ads, and she did over $8,500 in sales on her $162 spent. not too shabby. Now that's about 8 or 9 sales on her wedding invitations, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when we're talking an average sale of about $1,000, heck yes, that's really, really good. And now what I love about what she's done is she's created an automated system in her business so that she's running her Facebook ads in the business. She's getting these leads coming in all the time, and she's been so successful that she's teaching others in her wedding industry niche to do the same thing that she's done. I love what the story is here for this system. Very, very cool stuff from Amanda. So my promise to you today, guys, is how to effectively set up a proven Facebook ad strategy that attracts targeted customers and brings in sales for you every single week in 5 simple steps. All right, we're going to go break down these 5 steps for you here today. And if you follow these steps, you're going to be able to reach your exact target customer and can have a steady stream of new leads and customers in your business. Okay, so I'm also going to show you how to increase your results and lower your costs by diving into Facebook's latest game-changing updates. Okay, also, I do need to show you this obligatory slide. I'm going to be showing you what's working here. I'm going to walk you through the specific system and case studies that are extremely successful right now. Know that these results are not typical because many people do not take the action that is needed to do this stuff. However, I am more than happy to show you what's working for me and my students right now. Cool? Unfortunately, you don't slap, I mentioned this earlier, you don't slap up a Facebook ad and have money magically start flowing into your bank account. I absolutely wish that happened, but that is not the case. And unfortunately, a lot of people think that that is the case. You've got to have a sales funnel or a system in place that takes your target audience on Facebook, converts them into a lead, and then into a long-term customer. And it's this system, excuse me, it's this system that allows you to quickly grow your business with Facebook ads. And frankly, the real fun starts when you automate the whole thing. Okay, so it comes down to the 5-step local business formula for more leads and customers. And that first step is you've got to set your game plan. Okay, I'm going to list these out here, and then we're going to dive into each one of these here. So number 1 is set your game plan. So critical, and there is a big reason why that is step number 1. Step number 2 is you've got to create a killer offer. All right, you've got to have an offer as part of your game plan or your strategy. Then step number 3 is your targeting. Got to be dialed in on your targeting to ensure that you're reaching your exact target customers. And I've heard a lot of feedback from many of you guys saying that targeting is one of the big issues that you have for those of you guys who are already running Facebook ads. And it's a big reason why you haven't had the results that you are looking for. Yes, it's a big reason, but I would argue that it could be steps 1 and 2, and we'll dive into that in a second. Excuse me. Step number 4 is launch. That's where we put together our ad. We choose the ad that we're going to do. Are we going to do a video ad or a standard image ad, or ad copy, or landing page, etc.? And then the 5th step in our local business formula is optimize. So once our ads are running, how do we know, what's working well? How do we know what changes do we need to make? Excuse me, that sort of thing. Okay, so these are the 5 steps that we're going to break down here in just a second. Another person, another local business owner who's using this formula here is Adam Sand from Sargent's Roofing, and he's up in Western Canada. And what Adam did with his Facebook ads is he increased sales in his roofing company. Now, I share this example because so many people say, oh, you can't sell high-ticket items with Facebook ads. Well, we're talking roofs here. We're talking anywhere between, I think he told me between $6,000 and $40,000 for a new roof. Well, what Adam did with his Facebook ads following this system is he increased his sales by 60% plus in about 4 months following this formula. And now he's got more leads for the business that he knows what to do with. So I'd love to ask you, what would that feel like for you if in your business you had more leads than you knew what to do with? Pretty cool, right? That'd feel pretty cool. So where do you start with all this? You've got to start with setting your game plan. Okay, because if you start Facebook ads without a game plan, guys, this is a surefire way to lose money. So many people start their Facebook ads without a strategy in place, and that's what your game plan is, the strategy that you're going to be using to take somebody on Facebook who likely doesn't know your business and then convert them into a lead and into a paying customer. Okay, so I want you to think about what are the steps in your business that someone needs to take in order to become a paying customer. And I want you to get really granular with this, all right? Step by step. What are the steps in your business that somebody needs to take in order to become a paying customer? Hint, work backwards from this sale. Okay, so Rick, what the heck do you mean by that? What do I mean by that? Well, think about your own business. So if we're talking about, if our end goal is the sale, so let's just say we're going to use Adam there from the roofing company as an example here. So we're going to work backwards from the sale. So Adam is in a high ticket, a high priced business. This is not something that somebody's going to walk into, Adam's office and just say, boom, I'm going to buy a roof from you. No, you have to do research and all in conversations and all this other stuff. So you have to be seen as an authority. So what are the steps in Adam's business that we could put together that work backwards from somebody signing on that contract and them doing a roofing job for that person? Well, that is the end goal. Somebody signs on the contract, giving them money, and they put a new roof on their house. So that's the end goal. The step before that is very likely, well, they have to schedule a meeting with and I'm not in the roofing company, so we're going with this here. We have to schedule a meeting with Adam. So the customer has to schedule a meeting. Okay, so that's the previous step. Well, the previous step to that is, how does somebody schedule a meeting? Maybe they have a phone. Maybe they phone in, or they fill out a form and schedule a time with Adam, and they do that from the website. Well, how do they get to the website? Well, maybe they've gotten to the website from a free guide, a free PDF guide that Adam and the business have put together, sharing the top 10 ways to save money on your next roofing project. Okay, and so that leads people to the website. Website leads people to schedule a time to come meet with Adam. They have that meeting, and then that's when the sale happens. So you get it here? We're working backwards from the sale, okay? So let's just say, how do we get somebody to that free guide that we were just talking about? Well, that could be a landing page that talks about that guide there, and somebody has to opt in for that, meaning they have to give their name and their email. Well, how do they get to the landing page? Well, we start with our Facebook ad. So it's Facebook ad to the landing page where somebody has to opt in for that guide. They do that. They get the guide drives them to the website drives them to schedule a time and book an appointment, and then the sale is made. That's very simplified, but you get my point here. We've just worked backwards from the sale, and this becomes the strategy for your Facebook ad. So again, what are the steps in your business? I want you thinking about this, that someone needs to take in order to become a paying customer. This becomes your game plan. This is visually what this might look like. So if we're running a Facebook ad to our website and we have a landing page on our website, let's just say we're offering a gift certificate, in this example here. Well, does somebody, when they land on that page, did they opt in for that gift certificate or purchase the gift certificate? All right, so the goal is to get them to take the action that we are offering in our Facebook ad. If they don't take that action, we have the opportunity to retarget those people using Facebook's retargeting. Okay, the idea is using retargeting to move people further along our sales funnel. So we could either follow up with the exact same ad, or maybe it's a different kind of ad with a different offer. But the idea is we want to get them to take that action, because once they opt into our list or they've made a small purchase from us, that's when the money starts, because we're building that relationship with the customers, and then we can just put this on a cycle here. Okay, we just rinse and repeat this whole thing. Guys, this strategy is so important that this is the step that most people running Facebook ads don't think through. And guys, I'm not going to lie here. This is the hard part about thinking through what your strategy is going to be. And I want to share just a quick, even the people with the biggest businesses, Marie Forleo, some of you guys may have heard of Marie Forleo. She has a very, very successful business. She just mentioned that, I helped her develop an extraordinary ad strategy that even people like her who have these successful businesses have to focus on. What is the strategy? What is the game plan for the Facebook ads? Okay, really, really important. That's why it's step number one. Step number two, moving on here, is creating a killer offer. Okay, so that strategy that we've just talked about in step one is going to start with a great offer. And this offer is going to begin the conversation with your target audience on Facebook, okay? Something that adds free value to them, meaning how can you help solve a problem for your target audience? Obviously, you have a specialty, whether it's a service that you do or an expertise or products that you sell in your business, whatever that might be. How can you be adding value to people in your target audience? Facebook wants us advertisers leading with value. Facebook is protecting the user experience at all costs. And as advertisers, we can win on Facebook by leading with value, okay? Give them a quick win with your offer. So what do I mean by that? Well, give them something that's not like, a 40-page guide that they have to, flip through, that they're never going to flip through, all right? Give them a quick win, and that quick win could be a coupon, it could be a quick discount, could be an expiring offer, it could be a guide like we talked about, a checklist or a cheat sheet, that sort of thing, a video. Give them a quick win that they can consume very quickly, that helps them with the issue that you were able to help them with. And make sure, guys, that it aligns with and is relevant to what you're eventually going to sell. This is really, really important. Make sure that whatever you're offering them up front with your Facebook ad does align with whatever you're eventually wanting to sell to them. Okay? So, for example here, I wouldn't want to give away, let's just say I have a free offer for a free dog collar, a free flea and tick collar from my Facebook ad. And I want people to come in and get that flea and tick collar, but my plan is really to lead them to, a bird cage. Well, that's a terrible example, but it's irrelevant, okay? Make sure that your offer up front aligns with what you eventually want to sell them. This is where a lot of people get tripped up, okay? And of course, the offer that you're going to make is going to depend on what type of business that you have, the products or services that you sell, and knowing what your customer wants or needs. And we're going to talk about targeting here and customers in the next step, okay? So just some examples of offers and kind of going through this. If you're a higher ticket product or a service, like we were talking about before, like a roofing company, or maybe you're a realtor or a therapist or personal training, wedding photographer, bookkeeper, etc. We have lawyers on here. Whatever that is, if you have a higher ticket product or service, that just means that purchases from you, people buying from you, are not necessarily going to be spur of the moment. You've got to build trust and be seen as an authority first before people are going to buy from you. And differentiating yourself from other businesses and people in your niche or in your local area is going to be very, very important, and you can use Facebook ads to do that. And generally, not always, but generally there's a longer sales cycle, okay? Because you have a higher ticket product or service, it's going to take longer for someone to make that decision to purchase from you, okay? So here are some examples. For those of you guys who have higher ticket products or services, we're going to talk about lower in a second. I'm going to take a quick drink of water here. I'm talking really fast. Are you guys still with me, by the way? Let me know in the questions box there. I'm going to click over there real quick. Give me a heck yes if we're still with me. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, cool. Heck yes, Jason says. Yes, I'm pumped. Great content. Okay, awesome. All right, we'll continue going here, guys. So ways to add free value. Thank you, by the way, for letting me know. Woo woo, Tommy says. Awesome. Ways to add free value. Well, you could do an ebook or a guide. Like I mentioned before, Adam and his roofing company did a free guide for people that was the top 10 ways to save money on your next roofing project. And it wasn't a blatant marketing I should say advertisement for his specific business. He was just being seen. He was positioning himself as an authority in the roofing space in his area in Canada. So you could do an ebook or a guide or a checklist, or maybe it's a cheat sheet. Maybe you have a helpful blog article that you want to begin that conversation with an ad-free value, or how-to video, or a video series, or an audio lesson. Maybe it's a limited time discount. There's really no right or wrong on this, guys. You want to be thinking about how can you be helping your target customer, okay? Because with the higher ticket, it's going to be a little bit different than, say, if you are more of the inexpensive / day-to-day product or service, more like a pizzeria or a pet store or a gym or yoga studio or an ice cream shop or whatever. These are more inexpensive day-to-day products or services, and they're more spur of the moment type of purchases, except for maybe a gym. You're going to do some research there, but your offer could be in the form of, special giveaways, coupons, or discounts. Maybe it's a complimentary session. But you can also do, just like we just talked about, how-to videos, cheat sheets, checklists, etc., to get people, quote unquote, into the door. Again, there's no right or wrong on this, but be thinking about how you can be attracting your ideal target audience in your local area. Okay? Speaking of target audience, that is step number 3. That is, we're going to be talking about targeting and being seen by your perfect target audience. And aside from having that clear strategy in step number 1 and the offer that we just talked about for getting leads and converting those leads into paying customers, targeting is the most important aspect of your Facebook ads. You've got to get in front of your ideal target audience. And as I mentioned before, a lot of people that I hear from struggle with the targeting here, and that's okay. That's okay. We're going to talk about that here right now. The good thing is about Facebook ads targeting is it's uber easy to get started with. Okay. Do you know the geographic location of your customers? And as I'm listing these out, guys, I really want you to be thinking about your own business. Do you know the exact geographic location of your customers? Do you know a little bit about your target customer? Okay. Do they have interests? Do they have hobbies? What are their demographics? Are there competitors in your space that your target customer might be looking at going to? You've got to know your exact target customer. And when I talk about interest or hobbies, let me give you an example here. You've got to think outside the box for your exact target customer. So if I am a yoga studio, then yeah, I'm going to be targeting, let's just say I'm targeting women between the age of 25 and 45, let's just say. But I also want to target women who have an interest, those women who have an interest in yoga, okay? That's going to be an enormous audience that, yes, I would test out. But start thinking outside the box about maybe the people who my ideal audience also is interested in yoga journal or shops at Whole Foods, okay? Think outside the box in what your target customer is interested in, if they have hobbies. Be really, really clear on this, guys. Really important here, because most businesses advertising on Facebook don't think about their target audience in this way. This is going to be a competitive advantage for you if you were able to do this. So do you have a fan page for your business? Do you have a Facebook page for your business? You can target your Facebook fans, obviously, or maybe not obviously, but you can on Facebook. Do you have an email list? You can upload that email list into Facebook, and then with matching points, it will match people on your email list who are also Facebook users. So then you can turn around and target those people with your Facebook ads. Are you getting traffic to your website? We talked about this earlier. You can retarget people who visit your website. And we're going to break that down here in just a second. So let's talk about the geographic location of your customers. Where are they located? Well, you can put in whatever area you're in. So if you put in, let's just say, a zip code, and then you can do a certain mileage radius around your business. Okay, so in this example here, I just did a zip code in LA where I used to live, and then put a 10-mile radius. Now this really comes down to, this is a perfect example here of LA, of if your business is in LA, and let's just say you are in West Hollywood, well, Burbank, for example, is going to be considered in LA, but is somebody from Burbank going to come all the way over to West Hollywood? This comes down to knowing where your exact customers are located and where they're going to be willing to come from to visit your business. So you can be very specific with this in your geographic targeting, okay? Also, you can laser target other Facebook pages or behaviors. Now, this is the more stereotypical type of targeting that people think of when they think of Facebook ads targeting. So if I'm a pet store owner, I could target people, for example, who have a purchase behavior of buying pet care products. And then let's just say I want to run an offer for, I'll use that dog collar example. I don't have a pet. I'm allergic. I have allergies. So I don't know why I keep using pet store examples here. But let's just say I have a special on the dog collars for golden retrievers. So I could target people who have a purchase behavior interest in pet care products, but also have an interest in the golden retriever. So I'm going to be assuming there that they are an owner of a golden retriever, so I could have golden retrievers in my ad images, for example, and I can narrow that down even further if I want. You can get very, very specific with what Facebook calls your detailed targeting. This is where we can target other Facebook pages and behaviors. Really, really cool stuff. Lookalike audiences are an opportunity for us to find brand new relevant people to target our ads to. So our Facebook fans, the people who are visiting our website, if we built a retargeting audience, we can look at the email list that we've uploaded or a conversion pixel. We can create lookalike audiences out of all of those things, because what Facebook is doing is it's looking at the people who are in those audiences and then looking at the attributes of those people and then finding brand new people on Facebook with similar attributes as the people who, for example, are on your email list or visiting your website or are your Facebook fans. So lookalike audiences are a really, really powerful way to create new targeting opportunities for your business. All right, and also it allows you to scale your ads as well. Spoiler alert for in a couple slides here. Retargeting, I've been talking about, Facebook calls these custom audiences, okay? And Facebook allows you to build audiences of people who visit your website and then show ads to those people when they're on Facebook. Pretty cool, right? They've been doing this for a while, and it is awesome. It's my favorite way to target on Facebook. Facebook now also allows you to build audiences of people who watch a certain percentage of your videos on Facebook and then turn around and retarget those people. So I'm going to talk about Facebook video ads and the retargeting for video views here in just a second. But let's just say somebody watches 50% of your video. Well, you can turn around and retarget those people based on the fact that they watch 50% or more of your video. Really, really powerful stuff. You can retarget people who visit your opt-in page but don't opt in. So if you've got a giveaway, if you've got a free download or whatever that somebody has to, maybe give you their first name and email address, well, just because people visit your opt-in page or visit your website and they don't take the action that you want them to take doesn't mean that they're not interested necessarily. Okay, we all have so many different distractions going on. You should see my browser here. I have like 40 tabs open. We all get lost in our tabs. Somebody rings the doorbell, the phone rings, the dog is barking, the kids are crying, whatever it might be, that will take people away from your website or from your page. So just because they get to your opt-in page or they get to your website and they either don't opt in or don't buy, for example, doesn't mean they're not interested. You can use retargeting to bring people back into your sales strategy here. Move them further along your funnel. You can also retarget people who visit specific blog posts on your website. So if you've got specific blog posts on your site that talk about a certain topic, you can have audiences, you can build audiences of people who are visiting those specific blog post pages and then turn around and retarget them with a specific offer that's relevant that's relevant to the topic that they just read about on your post. Guys, this is a game-changing targeting opportunity for you on Facebook. And this is great whether you're just starting out with Facebook ads or you've been doing them a while, okay? Retargeting is awesome. I warned you, I'm going to say awesome a lot here today. I want to share another example for you of a retargeting campaign. Now, this is Joey Kissimmee. He's one of my students, and he has an online business. However, this is completely relevant to a local business as well. So Joey sells and creates WordPress themes, and he specializes in doing WordPress themes for podcasters. So when people visit one of his podcasting or one of his WordPress themes sales pages and they don't buy, he turns around and retargets those people within 24 hours. And he retargets those people with a 20% off discount coupon code. So people who visit the sales page but don't purchase one of the themes, he's built a retargeting audience of those people. Within 24 hours, he turns around and retargets them. He spent over an 8-month time period, $935 over about 8 months, and then he profited from that $18,199. Not too shabby of an ROI. And you can see here that's a 1900% ROI. Take that all day long. So another retargeting opportunity for you. So I want to hear from you back in the questions box there on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you understand your target customer? 10 being, yeah, like, heck yes, Rick, I got this. I totally understand my target customer. Number 1 is, no, I really don't understand my target customer. That's okay, because now you know that you've got to understand your target customer. Where are you at on a scale of 1 to 10? Let me know in the questions box over there. So we got 3 to 4, 9s, 8s, 10s, 8.5, 7.5, 4 or 5, a 2, 7 to 8, 9.5. I love the decimals. Jeff says 7.843. I love the preciseness. All right, cool. We need to learn. All right, awesome. Strong 7. I like it. All right, guys, kind of across the board. There's always room for improvement, myself included. There's always room for improvement on our targeting. But just based on our conversation here, I really want you to be thinking about other ways that you are able to target your local potential customer. Okay, so step number 4. Thank you guys for sharing that, by the way. Step number 4 is launch, and there's 4 essential ingredients to ads that convert. And that first one is just taking some water here, choosing the objective that aligns with your goal. All right, so guys, when we are setting up our campaign, the very first thing that we do is, when we create the campaign, is choose the objective. And this is a big mistake that people make. They get the objective wrong. So I want to clear that up for you right now. So choose the objective that most aligns with what you're trying to achieve with your Facebook ads campaign. So what do I mean by that? If your goal is to get somebody to download a coupon, or download a discount code, or they have to opt in for something, a free guide or a checklist, a PDF, whatever that is, then you want to choose the goal, increase conversions on your website. And even though it says on your website, that just means externally from Facebook. That could mean a landing page, lead pages, or whatever it is. All right. So increase conversions on your website, because when you choose that objective, you're telling Facebook's algorithm, show my ad to as many people within the target audience that I'm going to set up who are most likely to take this action, meaning convert on your landing page or on your website. And Facebook has all this data because it's got over 1.6 billion people on there, and it has all kinds of data about its users. Okay, so choose the objective that most aligns with your goal of the campaign. Okay, yes, our end goal is going to be eventually to sell to them, but we want to be looking at what is our first conversion that we're trying to get. For many people, that's an opt-in. Okay, so they have to give you their name and their email address. What if you're sending people from your Facebook ad simply to a blog post on your website? Okay, well, in that case, your objective would be send people to your website, because you don't want them necessarily, the goal of your campaign necessarily isn't to get them to convert. What you want to do is you're sending people, the goal is to drive traffic to your blog post. Okay, so you would do send people to your website. You'll notice in the left-hand column over there under awareness, you could do reach people near your business. Now, for example, if you have a business where you simply just want people to call in, so you're going to put your phone number right there in the Facebook ad, and you want to reach as many people as you possibly can in your local area, then you might want to use reach people near your business, because you're not, the goal of that campaign or the objective here is you simply just want to reach people. You don't necessarily want them to take an action like click on the ad or convert. You want them to call from the phone number that's in your ad. Okay, so choose the objective that aligns with your goal. Big mistake that people make when they're setting up their ads. The other 3 elements of ads that convert here, guys, are connect and convert. Number 1, images that grab attention. Ad copy that's going to pique your interest, or pique your target audience's interest, I should say, communicates the offer and gets the click. And then with Facebook video, you can create a unique connection with your target audience using video. So I want to share a couple of examples, 4 to be exact, of posts and ads I think are really, really well done. So on this right here, for those of you guys who have been following me for any period of time, you know that I've been recently fishing up in Montana. I just got back a few weeks ago. I am totally, no pun intended, I'm totally hooked on it, going back in March already. But this is a wonderful post that they would turn into an ad that would simply drive traffic to a blog post on their site. Because they're a local guide business in Montana. Great picture of a fish. If I'm interested in fly fishing, holy cow, this picture of a brown trout is going to catch my attention. All right. The headline there, 5 tips for fishing the lower Madison at high water. So they're giving me tips. And then the ad copy is very, very conversational. Higher late spring and early summer flows can bring some of the best fishing of the season for larger trout on the lower Madison. Okay, check out some great advice, blah, blah, blah. Has the link to the post. Really, really very clear call to action. It's conversational, great image. Boom, love this. On the right-hand side, handy book. Eye-catching image. The woman is in a pink shirt with red gloves, and she's wiping, what could be conceived here as like a window, where it says, tired of cleaning? Book a professional home cleaning today for only $19. Book here. Boom, no question where they want you to click. It's right there. And they catch your attention by, are you tired of cleaning? Most of us are tired of cleaning. And they have the offer of, book a professional home cleaning today for only $19. Simple, to the point, eye-catching, piques your interest. Boom, I love it. 2 more of really, really great ads I think are really, really well done. On the left-hand side, the image is eye-catching because the woman is looking at you in your eye. She's making eye contact. And then a very simple black box with white text here, free case study, $200,000 in revenue and over 20,000 leads in only 2 months. Not only do I like the image here, but they call out who this is for in the ad copy in the upper left-hand corner. Health experts, colon. So they're trying to get the attention of their exact target customer. And then they say, here's what you'll learn from this case study, bullet pointed out. Very, very simple, but very, very well done. So how can you be speaking to your target customer within your ad copy and within your images? On the right here, I told you I was going to show you another example from Sips and Splatters. They do such a good job. Very, very colorful image here of the video. And there's a goal behind this ad too, as you can see from the ad copy. Now you choose your painting at Sips and Splatters, over 230 design choices at every party, and they wanted to run this ad because some recent competitors had come in and didn't have nearly as many design choices as Sips and Splatters did, so they want to run this ad in their local area to let people know this. And if you look in the bottom left-hand corner of that ad, it might be a little bit small for you. The video is done, 41,000 views, 187 likes, 27 comments, 79 shares, really, really well done. And what I love about it is that they shoot their videos with their iPhone. I love it. Okay. So for those of you guys who have businesses where you're getting Yelp or Google reviews, here is a ninja tip for ad copy. If people are writing good reviews about you on Yelp or Google reviews, then if you are like, holy cow, that's a great review. If you get permission from the people who leave it, you could use some of that language in your ad copy. So that way, you're speaking the exact language that your target audience, people who are coming to the business, are using. Okay, but just make sure that you get permission to do that. Okay, so Yelp or Google reviews, ninja tip, there for ad copy. All right, video ads. I told you we're moving along here. I've got packed a lot of information in here for you. Video ads are hot, my friends. 100 million hours of video are being watched every day on Facebook right now. Yes, 100 million hours per day. That is a whole lot of video. And Facebook is giving higher priority to video in the news feed. So what does that mean? You've got to be using video on Facebook. 3/4 of all video views are happening on mobile. Why do I share this? Because if you're going to be running a video campaign or currently running it, make sure that you are definitely on the mobile news feed. Okay, you can still test out, of course, the desktop news feed, but make sure you're on the mobile news feed because 3/4 of all video views are happening there. And as I mentioned before, you can build retargeting audiences of people based on how long people are watching your video. And we're going to break that down here in just a second. So grab your iPhone and start recording. Now what I mean by that is just grab your iPhone and start shooting. All right, this is a very simple one that David from Sips and Spotters had done, where he just grabs his iPhone and just starts shooting. And this one had over 3,300 views just locally targeted there. And he just grabs his iPhone. So what he could do here is he could set up in what Facebook calls an engagement audience to build an audience of people who are watching certain percentages of this video. All right, and this is a newer feature that Facebook has recently rolled out over the past couple of months. So for example, if somebody watches at least 50% of this video, I'm thinking that they're pretty engaged with my message here. So I could turn around and retarget those people with a specific offer or next step in my sales funnel. So engagement retargeting audiences for the video. And somebody has asked me earlier about, do I need to use the Facebook Pixel when doing video engagement retargeting? No, you don't. You just need to set up, once you have the video, and the video, by the way, this is whether you're doing a Facebook video ad, doing Facebook Live, or posting video on your page, on your Facebook page. You can set up the engagement audiences and leverage the people who are watching your video to retarget them. Really, really cool stuff, okay? All right, step number 5, optimize. All right, I like to call it pruning and watering your ads. So once your ads are running, what do? Well, I want you to, and I really, really want to hammer this home for you guys, is you've got to be looking at the right stats. I can't tell you how many conversations I have, because it can be overwhelming. When you look at, Facebook gives you a whole bunch of stats, you're like, holy cow, what do I look at? Well, I want you to measure the right thing. And what I mean by that is, first and foremost, the first stat I want you to look at needs to align with the objective that you have chosen. So what do I mean by that? If your goal is to get people to opt in for something, a coupon or a download or a guide or a checklist or a cheat sheet, whatever that is, then you want to be looking at what is your average cost per conversion, your cost per lead. That is the first stat that I want to encourage you to look at. Then how many conversions have you had and how much money have you spent? Likewise, if your goal is to simply send traffic from Facebook to a blog post, then the number that you want to be looking at first and foremost, because your objective is now send people to your website, is cost per click. All right, and then you want to look at what your click-through rate is. Okay, so measure the right things. First and foremost, really dial in on that metric that aligns with the objective that you are choosing. Okay, because then from there, then you can start looking at the other numbers like your click-through rate and your your relevance score and the conversion your conversion rate on your landing page and that sort of thing. Okay. And then once your ads are running and you're dialing in on the most important stats for your campaign, let's just say here, on this example here, I've got 6 ad sets that are running. Well, the bottom 3, my cost per conversion is much higher than the top 3, okay? So this is where I like to say prune those non-performers and add to the ones that are doing quite well, okay? So on the bottom 3, what I might do here is stop the bottom 3, take the budget that I was spending on those bottom 3 and move them to the top 3. This is what we're calling optimization. So we're optimizing our ads. We're looking at the most important stat that's relevant to our goal, to our objective, to our campaign, and then making the decisions based on those numbers and where sales are coming in. Okay? So prune the non-performers and add to the performers. Optimize step is critical and is the 5th step. It's all about the 5-step local business formula that we're going through right now. Set your game plan, create a killer offer, target, launch, and optimize. Nice. Taking some drink of water. Sorry about that, guys. So here are some key takeaways for you. Nothing I've shared with you today is theory or fluffy might work stuff. No, this is a proven strategy I've used in my business to blow past 6 figures, and I've helped thousands of students all over the world promote and scale their business using Facebook advertising. And guys, if you are not currently advertising your local business on Facebook today, you're missing an enormous opportunity to quickly grow your business with clarity and certainty. It does not matter if you've got a big budget, if you're on a tight budget or a small one, if you're just starting out or you've been doing Facebook ads a while. It all comes down to the 5 steps we've been talking about here today. And of course, you've got to take action, all right? That's the key thing there. You've got to take action. The system works the same regardless of the budget that you are working with. And I'm not extra special or anything like that. I don't have access to special tools. I wish I did. I just follow the system that we're talking about here today. If I can do this, guys, so can you. So what do you think? How will this change the way that you use or will use Facebook ads to grow your business? How will that change? Well, imagine generating more consistent sales for your business while growing an email list of target customers while not having to work harder. Remember at the very beginning, we talked about this. It's about working smarter, not harder. Well, I liken Facebook ads, it's a lot like navigating a minefield because every wrong step is a major blow to your business and frankly your bank account because you are spending some money on Facebook ads. So the question is, and it becomes, what is the smartest way to successfully navigate a minefield? Well, you get a map or you get a GPS. So where those mines are, then all you have to do is follow the steps and avoid where the mines are. Well, imagine having a step-by-step system that removes all the guesswork and shows you exactly where to go and what to avoid with your Facebook ads. Well, I want to give you that map and help you every step of the way. Guys, this is your time to quickly grow and automate your local business with a steady stream of leads and income while cutting your marketing budget. And this is even if you're just getting started. And this map I want to introduce you to is the FB Advantage Local. This, my friends, is your map to successful Facebook ads. The FB Advantage Local is my complete step-by-step system that takes you by the hand through creating a profitable, cost-effective Facebook ad system that will get you consistent leads and sales for your local business. Okay, so here's what you're going to create with, I like to call it FBA Local, with the FB Advantage Local. You're going to create a Facebook ad sales funnel that takes your target audience from Facebook, converts them into a lead and into a sale that can run on autopilot in your business. It's working in the background of your business. If you're already running Facebook ads right now, you're going to be lowering your costs and getting better results on your ads. You're going to create a repeatable system that gives you more time, more focus, and more freedom in your business and in your life. And you're going to have 100% confidence that you're going to know what you're doing and won't have to worry about anymore losing money with your Facebook ads. Okay, so here's what you're going to get with the FB Advantage Local. Video training modules with multiple lessons in each of those modules. These are step-by-step, easy to digest training videos that you will have access to immediately, 24/7 access, and this is lifetime access to the program. This is not some limited time sort of thing. This is lifetime access. You're going to get cheat sheets, checklists, swipe files, behind-the-scenes case studies as part of the program, and the entire tech resource library as part of the program as well, and all the bonuses which we're going to break down here for you in just a second. So what are the training modules that you're going to find in FBA Local? Well, the first module is all about setting your strategy, the foundation for growing your business with Facebook ads. We touched on it here in step number 1. We break it down for you and help you create a foundation and a strategy for your Facebook ads system. Okay, so that's all in module number 1. In module number 2, targeting. Notice a little theme here. What we talked about and touched on today, we dive into deeply in each of the modules within the program. Targeting your ideal customer. We break down how to leverage all of Facebook's targeting opportunities to make sure that you are reaching a very targeted audience with your Facebook ads. All right. In module number 3, this is where we break down the launch. This is where we're going to be choosing our ad type that we're going to use, the ad copy, landing page, etc. That's all in module 3. We break down tracking our ads and all that type of stuff in module number 3, okay? In module number 4, optimize. Heck yes, pruning and water your ad campaigns. The numbers don't lie. So once your ads are running, then what do? Well, we break that all down for you in the 4th module, knowing what you're looking at as far as the stats, how to use that information to make decisions, scaling your Facebook ads without ruining your results, like we talked about earlier today with lookalike audiences, for example. We break it all down for you in the 4th module. And then finally, in the 5th module is the nurture section. This is critical because a lot of local businesses, well, a lot of businesses in general actually, forget about the nurture opportunity that exists when building an email list. You get to build that relationship with people who are joining your email list. These are your target customers. So we break down the nurture opportunity in the 5th module in the course. Okay? Now, let's look at the bonuses. Bonus number 1 is we've got an awesome private FB Advantage Local Facebook group. This is your opportunity to get your questions answered, to network with other like-minded entrepreneurs and business owners, to get support, to get feedback on what you're doing. I pop in there from time to time as well. This is your opportunity to get help that you need. Any kind of feedback. Look, I'm seeing this. What does this mean? How do I go about this? Whatever that might be, the Facebook group is there for you, and it's very active. It's very active. So this is the first bonus, okay, as part of the program. The second bonus is the guide, how to get paid to build your email list and grow your following on Facebook. So if you are just getting started building your email list and you don't have much of a following on Facebook yet, this bonus is going to teach you step by step how to get paid to grow your email list and grow your following on Facebook on a tight budget with Facebook ads. So this is bonus number 2. This is a video and a plan for you. All right, in bonus number 2, how to get paid to build your email list and grow your following. Now in bonus number 3, if you're on a tight budget and you're just getting started with Facebook ads, you are going to love the $5 a day plan bonus. This is a step-by-step video tutorial and plan that shows you exactly how to get started creating profitable Facebook ads for your local business. This is all the no-fret basics in the 3rd bonus here, the $5 a day plan. Good stuff. I love it. Bonus number 4 is the retargeting master plan. As I mentioned earlier, it's one of the most effective ways to increase conversions and lower costs with Facebook ads. That's why it's my favorite Facebook ads targeting tool. And this bonus is a proven step-by-step plan for how to use retargeting to move people along your sales funnel, lower your costs, and get more sales. Okay? And we've got another bonus, lots of bonuses here. The 5th bonus is the 30-second diagnosis. Make quick sense of your Facebook ad stats. As we talked about earlier, they can be overwhelming, and as business owners, frankly, we don't have a lot of time. So in the 30-second diagnosis bonus, you'll learn how to uber quickly make sense of your Facebook ads stats, walking you through how to set up your own customized report, how to know if your results are good, key benchmarks to look for, and more. And so with this bonus, you're going to be able to make the right decisions about your Facebook ads fast. So are you ready to start laser targeting your ideal local customers and consistently growing your business with profitable Facebook ads? Heck yes, you are. What is the investment? I'm sure you're asking me at this point, Rick, what is the investment? Well, the total value of everything we've talked about here is $4,523. I am not going to charge $4,500 for you. You can have instant access today to the FB Advantage Local for just $97, and then 11 installments of $97 to follow. Okay. You also have the option of saving $167 with a one-time payment of just $997. So this is immediate and lifetime access today for either option that you'd like to do. And the link to go to enroll in the FB Advantage Local right now and to get in here immediately is the FBAdvantage.com/FBAL, FB Advantage Local. All right, the FBAdvantage.com/FBAL. L. Now, when you go to this link, you're going to see a section at the top of that page with the green and orange button. You want to click the green Get Access Now button, which will take you down to this chart right here. I'm just showing you this so there's no, like, okay, what am I doing here? Am I seeing the right thing? So when you get to the pricing chart here, you choose which option that you'd like to do, whether it's the 12 installments of just $97, or if you'd like to save $167 by paying in full. Okay. Then when you choose that option, the final step is to fill out your information, and then you will have immediate access to your login to the members area. Now, just as a heads up here, when you enroll, it could take about 15 minutes for the login instructions for you to come across via your email, okay? Because the login is coming from, we use Kajabi for our course platform here, and that email is coming from Kajabi. So there's about a 15-minute delay. So if you don't get it immediately, it's okay. Just know that it is coming. And don't forget, as I mentioned at the very beginning, for those of you guys who enroll while we're on here live, you are going to get a 15-minute fast start strategy call with me. So get your ads set up exactly how you want them with my direct help. I do very, very little one-on-one consulting anymore. So this is your opportunity to get a 15-minute fast start strategy call with me. So for those of you guys who enroll while we're on live here, this opportunity will be for you as well, okay? I also want to tell you that I stand behind my work 150%. So that's why I offer a 60-day money-back guarantee. But I want to tell you here, if you do the work, you implement the training, and then show me the work, and you're still not satisfied, I will happily return your investment. I want to be really clear on this, okay? Because this is not for somebody who wants to just come in and, kick the tires and be like, no, this is not for me. No, I want people who are serious about growing their business with Facebook ads. So that's why we offer a 60-day money-back guarantee, okay? So just to recap real fast, the total value is $4,523. You get the complete FB Advantage local training program, the cheat sheets, checklists, swipe files, behind-the-scenes case studies, the entire tech resource library, the webinar-only bonus for those of you who are enrolling right now while we're on live, that 15-minute fast start strategy call with me, the private Facebook group for FBA local members. You get the how to get paid to build your email list and grow your fans bonus, the $5 a day plan bonus, the retargeting master plan bonus, and then also the 30-second diagnosis bonus, the make quick sense of your Facebook ad stats. You'll get all of that when you enroll right now in the FP Advantage Local. And again, it's lifetime access and instant access for just $97 plus 11 installments of $97 to follow. I want to share two quick slides with you here. Andy Napier is a yoga instructor, and what Andy did with her Facebook ads was awesome. She says, thank you for teaching the Facebook ads. I just ran a campaign and got 83 leads in 2 weeks from home, and while she was on vacation. It took her a half a year of teaching yoga events and meditation to get that many leads before taking the course. That's Andy. I love hearing that stuff. And then Adam from Sergeant's Roofing that we talked about here today, he said within 5 months of joining Rick's training, we were able to increase revenue between 60 and 200%, find more qualified transaction-ready customers who weren't needing to be sold to, but instead just wanted to know how much they had to pay to get us. I love hearing that. So guys, I want to ask you, if all this program did was allow you to get your business in front of your target customers day in and day out, would this be worth it to you? If it allowed you to stretch your marketing dollars further, we're all on tight budgets here as business owners. Would it be worth it to you? Would that be worth it to you? If all this did was give you the kick in the butt to finally get moving. I have a lot of people, a lot of students who are like that. Would this be worth it to you to be moving your business forward and selling more of your products or services without having to work harder? Would that be worth it to you? If so, I want to invite you into the FB Advantage Local. All right? I am going to take a quick drink of water. We've got a ton of questions that I want to get to. So guys, if you've not yet asked any questions that you want me to cover, hit me up in the questions box there. I'm going to take a quick drink of water. I'm coming right back, and I'm going to start that clock here to get the fast action bonus of the 15-minute strategy call with me while we are on live here, okay? All right, cool. So guys, just a reminder. So I'm going to do Q&A here for you. So if you have not yet asked questions and you had questions come up during the training, hit me up in the questions box there. Happy to answer them for you. I'm going to start that clock on the screen. Is it going to work? Yes. I love when technology works. So the counter is counting down. I first want to welcome into the FE Advantage Local, John, Danny, Frank, Tara, Jackie. Welcome, my friends, into the program. Really, really pumped to be working with you. First question comes from Kathy. Does your training actually show people how to run these ads? Absolutely, Kathy. Yes, it's step by step. I take you through how to be running Facebook ads, profitable Facebook ads for your local business in this program. So yes, absolutely. D says, is it drip style, or can I access all the lessons on my own schedule? No, you get instant access to the entire course, guys. This is not like drip style where you're going to get access, a little bit of access over a period of time. Let's see here. Let's see. Joseph says, if we do the $97, I'm just making sure I get your questions here. If we do the $97, how much access do we get, and how long do we get access for? Joseph, you get immediate access to the whole course, and you get lifetime access. So even for those of you who are doing the 12 installments of just $97, it's not like you only get access for 12 months. You get lifetime access. I make that option available to make it more accessible for you if you want to spread out the payments. Cindy asked, do you intend to update the course over the next few years as Facebook changes? Yes, they change a lot, eh, Cindy? Yes, absolutely. You know, I have a lot of students who are in my programs that, for the sole reason that they don't want to have to worry about keeping up with what changes that Facebook is making. And so I update the course quarterly, and the reason I do that is because as Facebook rolls out changes, it rolls them out kind of slowly. Like they're rolling out tests right now in areas like Australia, for example, that we don't even have access to in the US. And so once a new rollout or a change is pretty much across the board, then we'll update the training. So yes, absolutely, you don't have to worry about that. Let's see here. Cindy says, a different Cindy, if I have both local and soon online, is this the right one? So Cindy's asking if I have a local business right now, like we have a lot of people who are like therapists, for example, who see patients in person, but then also want to create like an online course or something like that, then yes, absolutely. We've got a lot of students who are doing that. Also want to welcome Alice, Andrew, Powell. Welcome into the program, guys. Super pumped to have you in there and be working with you. Thank you. Karen says, we'd like to know about the tools needed to run a strategy like this, like additional software outside of this course. So as far as your Facebook ad strategy, regardless of the strategies that you're using, and not just here in my program, but in order to run Facebook ads, you've got to have, as I mentioned before, you need to have a website. You've got to have a presence online, because Facebook, that's not my rule, that's Facebook's. Facebook wants you to be a legitimate business, and it sees a website presence as being legitimate business, whether that's right or wrong. And so you've got to have somewhere to send traffic to, whether it's your website, whether that is a landing page, whether you're using something like Lead Pages or something like that. You also have to have some way to collect those email addresses. Okay, so you've got to have an email CRM system, like whether it's I don't know, ActiveCampaign or MailChimp or Aweber or Infusionsoft or whatever it is. You've got to have a system, ConvertKit, a system like that. That can be very inexpensive. MailChimp, for example, I think it's up to 2,000 people is free. And then some of the other providers are very inexpensive on a monthly basis to do as well. And then if you're selling something, you've got to have a way for people to give you their money. And that's where, a checkout process, something like Samcart, Brian from Samcart, who that's his company, was actually on here earlier. That's what we use. Highly recommend it. It's very, very simple to use, has great reporting. So there are a couple of tools that you need to do, but it depends on what you're trying to accomplish with your Facebook ads. Neil says, are landing pages recommended for local businesses like lead pages, for example, or should we just direct them to our homepage on our website? Neil, it really depends on what that goal of your campaign is. That's why we covered it in step number 1 as far as the importance of setting your game plan and you're setting your strategy. So it depends. You do not need something like lead pages to have a landing page. So you could send them to your website, but I rarely recommend sending them to the homepage of your website. You want to send them to an area on your website that speaks to exactly what you're offering in your Facebook ads. So for example, if you're offering like a download or something like that, send them to a page on your website that talks about that download, okay? Or if you're sending people to learn more information about your business so they can call you, send them to that page on your website. The more specific that you can be, the better. But you can absolutely use programs like lead pages, for example. Nicole says, must you have an email list? Nope, not at all, Nicole. I do recommend that you build one, but you don't need to start off with one here. And there's never a better time than to start right now. But you should, even as a local business, a lot of local business owners, by the way, think that, oh, I'm not an online business, so I don't have to have an email list. Holy cow, I cannot more strongly disagree there. Your email list is your lifeline to be able to build relationships with your target customers. Those are the people who are going to keep buying from you over and over. So if you're not already building an email list for your local business, please start thinking about that. Let's see here. Hans says, how do you run local ads for multiple local businesses in a town of 150,000 people? Will the ads not be competing against each other, driving the cost of the ads up? Hans, not necessarily, because, well, it depends on how you're targeting. If you're targeting just that local area with if you're just targeting that region of 150,000 people with no other interests or anything like that, then, I mean, that's the same as anybody else targeting any local area. So if you happen to be running those ads though for all the businesses, then it's the costs are going to be a little bit higher, yes, because you're targeting that area, but how else are you going to target? It's going to be very, very cost effective as opposed to other channels, other strategies like I don't know, radio or paper, the newspaper or whatever like that. So yes, but there's no way around that because you're targeting a very specific area, which is totally, totally cool. Let's see. Tommy says, how big does a list have to be for Facebook to be able to create a lookalike audience? Tommy, it's got to be at least a few hundred people, but I would recommend that if you could get to 1,000 people and then create the lookalike audience from there, you're going to be better off because the more data that you can give to Facebook, the better the matching it will be. It will give you for that lookalike audience. Okay, so I'd try to get to about 1,000 people. Let's see. Andrew says, can you target based on other pages that people like? For example, not my own fan page, but are fans of someone else that's relevant. Absolutely, Andrew. That's in the detailed targeting section that we looked at in step number 3 today. Jason says, are all these retargeting items done with pixels? How is this accomplished? Jason, yes, we break retargeting down exactly step by step how to do it within the FB Advantage local program. You do use the pixel as far as retargeting goes, except for the engagement retargeting like we were talking about today with video. You don't need to use the pixel for that. But if you want to retarget people who visit your website or a landing page or a specific blog post or whatever it might be, then yes, you're using the Facebook pixel. Welcome into the program, Sandy, Al, Michael, Daniel, and Jason. Welcome, guys. Super pumped to have you in the program. Really, really excited to have you in there. Thank you, by the way. Terry says, do you ever use claim your offer? Terry, if you have a specific offer that you want to test out as an objective, then for sure you can try that out. My experience with it, as far as the stats go with claiming your offer, I don't love them. That's why I would not necessarily, that wouldn't be the top of my list that I'm testing. But if you want to test it out, but I've not been happy or pleased with the amount of stats, or I should say lack of specifics that you can get from that. Let's see. Nicole says, what choice would be an opt-in? For the objective, get people to claim your offer. Can you choose only one objective? Good question, Nicole. So yes, per campaign, you can only choose one objective. So for example, if my goal was to so if I want to have a Facebook ad that sends people to a really helpful blog post on my website, for example, and then my goal is to turn around and retarget those people who are visiting that article, that would be 2 campaigns, because the first objective would be send people to my website, and then the second objective would be increase conversions, because then we're trying to get people to opt in. So for an opt-in, you'd want increased conversions on your website. Hans says, can you send them to a tab on your Facebook page? Yes, Hans, you can do that. It's not being done. I actually don't know anybody who's doing that anymore. That used to be a big thing several years ago. But I mean, I would much rather, if you have the capability to do that, keep in mind that it's a different mobile experience when you are doing that. So if you're using a third-party tool to be able to do that, make sure that it is a mobile-ready experience. That's the thing that I would make sure that that you are thinking about there. But I wouldn't, like I said, we were doing that several years ago, and it was a great strategy at the time. I wouldn't necessarily want to. I wouldn't keep doing it. Let's see. Rachel says, oh, this is a good question. What's the difference between collect leads for your business and increase conversions on your website if you're looking for opt-ins? Is it the same thing, or is choosing conversions better? So there's that good question there that comes up a lot. Is this better than this, or is this the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it? Well, that's the mindset, guys. And Rachel, I'm going to specifically answer your question in just a second, but I just want to cover this real fast, is that there's no right or wrong when it comes to any kind of online advertising. You just got to test different things to see what works. Now, I can show you what has worked and what's working right now to suggest that, but you do have to test out different things to figure out what works the best for you. And that's with any kind of online advertising. But as far as what is the collect leads for your business objective, that is the lead ad. And that is an ad that someone can put their information, they can give you the information right from within the ad itself. Now, if you use a lead ad, and for some things it's not like, well, let me actually finish that thought first before I say that. If you're going to use a lead ad, you need to use a third-party tool like AdEspresso or SyncSumo or something like that. The reason for that is if you don't use a third-party tool and you're using a lead ad, then once somebody gives you their information within the ad itself, you have to go physically download it from Facebook, which is not a good user experience, because we all know that we all want instant gratification. A good user experience is if someone gives you their email address, then they're going to get that information very quickly from you. Okay? If you're using a lead ad and you don't work with a third-party tool that automatically downloads those leads into your email system, then I don't recommend doing it. Okay? We've done tests on it. What we've seen with the lead ads is they tend to work better for warm traffic, meaning people who are already familiar with your brand and maybe they're on your email list or website visitor, that sort of thing. Okay. Now, I do not teach lead ads in the course right now because they've not been successful. We had way more success when our goal is conversions, doing increased conversions on our website as the objective. Okay. Welcome, Sherry and Andrea. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome, guys, into the program. Really excited to be working with you. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Florian says, I have a question regarding goals, quote unquote. If I choose website conversions because I want them to opt in, I can still choose to pay per click. By doing that, will I jeopardize my goal because Facebook will now be incentivized to find people who only click because this is what they paid for? What about paying for conversions rather than paying for clicks? Good question, Florian. So Facebook at this time does not have a like a cost per acquisition, like a CPA model. Okay, meaning like you pay per lead. When it comes to, if you're using website conversions, when it comes to the pricing and optimization, I recommend going for the default option of that aligns with your goals. So if your objective is website conversions, then you want to tell Facebook to get you as many conversions as possible for the budget that you have set forth. Okay, I am not, especially when you're starting out, I do not think it's most effective to start bidding, manually bidding on cost per click. Okay, so I would choose the default option because you're letting Facebook's algorithm, which is trying to get you successful results, by the way, you're letting Facebook's algorithm do the work for you. That's what I recommend that you choose. Guys, by the way, the clock on the screen has stopped. However, we're still rolling here. So the offer for when you guys enroll in the program here, while we're still on live, you will still get the 15-minute fast start strategy call with me. Okay, so even though the clock has stopped, all good. We're still rolling here. Edna says, where do these ads show up? On the side of the Facebook profile or business page, or are the ads put within Facebook's business page? Edna, what we're talking about here is the newsfeed ads. So the ads that you see as you're scrolling down Facebook and you see all the posts from your friends and family and businesses and so forth, that is where we're talking about the ads. The right side ads, for those of you guys who are interested in the right side ads, they can be effective for warm audiences. So people who are already familiar or been exposed to your business, okay? But newsfeed is where you want to be, whether it's the desktop or the mobile newsfeed. Good question, Edna. Monica says, do you have to change an ad if it's performing well? I've heard that you can't just leave an ad running. You have to update an ad. Completely disagree, Monica. If you've got an ad that's running and performing well, heck yes, ride that ad as much as you possibly could. I've had an ad, the longest I've had an ad go without touching it, without doing anything to it, is about 7 weeks. I've had that ad running, just didn't touch it. It was crushing it. And I checked it for like 5 minutes a day to make sure that things were going, and it was performing well. So no, don't the old adage of what is it? Don't fix what's not broke or something. Yeah. Sorry, you know what I mean. So yes, you do not have to change an ad, especially if it's performing well, Monica. Let that bad boy go. Adam says, why would you want to send your traffic to a blog post rather than a lead capture page? So Adam, there's two strategies that we're talking about here. So if I'm targeting, generally why you would send traffic to a blog post, for example, is you're targeting cold traffic, people who don't know who you are, haven't heard about you or your business or anything like that. So you're leading with that free value. And they don't have to give you their email address or anything like that. You're starting to build that relationship by giving them free content up front. So what we call that is warming up our audience, that cold audience, and moving them into a warm audience, people who have been exposed to the brand and consume some content. Okay, one strategy there is to send cold traffic to the blog post to warm them up, and then retarget them with an offer to get them to opt in to your lead magnet. I would also test sending them directly to a lead magnet and see where you get the better result. Okay, so that's why you might want to test sending people directly to a blog post. Carrie says, how long should Facebook ad copy be? Carrie, there is no right or wrong on the ad copy length. You just need to test out different lengths of the ad copy. In general, now this is a generality here, if you're targeting cold traffic, meaning people who do not know who you are, in general, the longer the copy tends to work better. Okay. Then the warm traffic is if people know who you are, then shorter ad copy generally works better. But you've got to test that out. Okay. So there's again, this is like, does it have to be this or that? You just have to test. There's no right or wrong on the length of the ad copy. Tony says, what's the difference between, you guys are asking some good questions. I got to take a drink of water here. All right. Let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry. Tony says, what's the difference between using and not using the Power Editor? Great question, Tony. Number one, first and foremost, is you can get very specific. A lot of times people ask, well, should I boost my post or what? I am not a fan of boosting your post unless, like on very, very few occasions would I recommend it. But Power Editor is going to allow you, number one, to be more specific in your targeting because you can choose the placement very specifically where you want that ad to run. It's also much faster to create multiple ads and edit multiple ads all at the same time. And for those are huge reasons that I would recommend using Power Editor as opposed to not using Power Editor. And we teach Power Editor in the training course here. Tommy says, do you update the course as appropriate when Facebook changes its algorithm? Yes, Tommy, absolutely. We covered that a little bit earlier. So when Facebook makes changes and it gets rolled out to its user base, we will update the course. You don't have to worry about that. Let's see. Kevin says, Rick, I'm a big fan. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, man? As a complete newbie to Facebook advertising, does this program instruct step-by-step how to use the Ads Manager system? Yes, Kevin. It takes you by the hand, step-by-step from start to finish. So, yes, absolutely. Aaron says, do you have other clients who focus on real estate? Can I use this for realtors that I have as clients and my business, which targets realtors? Aaron, yes, absolutely. We actually have a lot of students between my programs that are realtors, and also people who are working with realtors. You can absolutely use this. Facebook ads, guys, are great for as far as realtors go. Great for targeting, open houses. You got an open house this weekend. You can target by household income and local area and all this other stuff. You can also use Facebook ads to get listings from people. The idea as a realtor is to leverage Facebook ads to be seen as an authority, a realty authority in your local area. And welcome, Aaron, by the way, into the program. Corey, too. Welcome, guys, into the FBA, let's say FBA Local, the FBA Advantage Local. Welcome, guys. Let's see. Jenny, I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that right. I'm booked in Germany. I'm located in Germany, where we do have stricter laws regarding lookalike and custom audiences. Would you be able to advise on that as well? I'm not. I'm not specifically. I don't know the laws in Germany as far as that goes. If you're accessing, if you're setting up Facebook ads though, and looking to create those audiences in Germany, you have to agree to the terms and conditions of setting up those audiences. So you'd want to make sure that you are referring to that and being compliant with those terms. Same thing here for in the U.S. as well. Steve says, do you use the Facebook platform for ads, or do you use a third-party platform like AdEspresso? Steve, AdEspresso is a great tool. I think it's pretty expensive. I've had, I just blanked on his name. Totally blanked on his name just this second, who is the president of AdEspresso on my podcast. So I do like it, but I do use Power Editor. So I use Facebook's platform. I don't think I need to use a platform like AdEspresso or Quaya or something like that. So I love, I'm one of those people who loves Power Editor. I think it's great. Let's see. Jason says, I have a local business that I do Facebook ads for, as well as I built their website. Do I need another program if I'm doing this for local business? Not quite sure I understand, Jason, but this, if you're working with a local business, I'm just rereading that question. I have a local business that I do Facebook ads for, as well as Oh, okay. So I think I understand your question, Jason. So I'm coming out with a program in January for people who are specifically for people who are managing Facebook ads for other businesses, whether local or online. That program is coming out in January. However, I have a lot of people who are managing Facebook ads for other businesses in the FB Advantage local, as well as in my FB Advantage, which is for online businesses. Okay, so yes, Jason, this will be relevant to you. And if you're interested, if you come into the local program here and then are interested in the new program in January, we'll have a special offer for you. So we'll take care of you, not to worry. Marty says, Rick, what program do you recommend for landing page creation? Lead pages, Marty, all the way. I use lead pages every day in my business, and it's super, super easy to use. Hundreds of templates in there. I would not have been able to build my business as quickly as I could without it. So that's what I recommend for you, Marty. Mike says, can your business be too small to use a program like this? It's not the size of the business, Mike. It's where your target audience is. So I'm not sure what the business is or how big the target audience is. And so, as far as can the business be too small? No, I don't think so. If you are ready to start growing and scaling and automating your business, then Facebook ads in this program can show you how to do that with the vehicle of Facebook ads. Tommy says, is this a good system for realtors and insurance agents? Yes, we have both in the program, so I think we covered that earlier. Good question, Tommy. Mike says, how long does it take to master what you teach in the program? Mike, I've had people go through the program in like a weekend. This really depends on how much effort you want to put into it. As far as mastery goes, I'm going to be honest with you, Mike. Facebook ads, the mastery of Facebook ads is ongoing. You don't get to a point and be like, oh, like I know everything there is about Facebook ads. Mastery of something is going to be ongoing. Facebook is no different. There's always something new to test out and try. That's one of the beautiful things I love about it. So yes, as far as consuming the content, you can do that pretty quickly over a few days. I've had people dive right in and start getting results within a matter of 6 to 7 days. But it's a matter of taking action and diving in. So yeah, Joshua says, what is the pixel? Joshua, the pixel is a piece of JavaScript code that, and don't freak out if you're not techie, I am not a techie person either, is a piece of JavaScript code that Facebook gives you that needs to go on your website. It goes in your website's theme between the head tags, and I break this all down for you in the program. But it goes on your website's theme, and that allows you then start creating audiences of people who are visiting your website or your landing page, that sort of thing. So Facebook provides that for you. Let's see. Julie says, do you discuss in detail what types of ads should be used when? For example, I like to use brand awareness, but with a call to action via a link in the copy. I'm an online company, and I missed your online FB Advantage. Does it make sense to do this one, or should I wait until it reopens? If you're an online business, Julie, then I would rather see you in the FB Advantage. Okay. Can you please send us an email at support@rickmulready.com and just reference that I answered your question here on the Q&A. Welly says, Rick, what's the difference between this and your FB Advantage program? When will you open the FB Advantage program if this one is different? So, Welly, the primary difference here is this one is geared towards local businesses, whereas the FB Advantage is for online businesses. And at this time, I do not have a date when I'm going to reopen FB Advantage. I'm not sure that, at this point, I'm not sure if I'm even going to open up between now and the rest of the year, but stay tuned on that. Welly, what kind of business do you have? Maritza says, what is the next best objective to choose for an ad if you can't track conversions because you don't have the Facebook pixel placed yet? Maritza, good question. I would do send clicks to your website or send traffic to your website. So if you are not able to choose, if you're not able to place the pixel and you want to get your ads running, not able to choose the objective of conversions, do send people to your website. So do clicks to your website. Let's see here. All right, we got lots of questions here. We're still going here, guys. Let's see. Andrea says, I'm a new member of FB Ads for Newbies. Is Facebook ad strategy and retargeting part of that course? Andrea, retargeting is actually a little bit more of an advanced type of topic that we break down in the FB Advantage Local and in the FB Advantage. We do not get into that in Newbies because that is not a Newbies type of topic. If you would like to upgrade into Local here, please email us, support@rickmulready.com, and let us know, and we will get you taken care of there. Okay, we'll be able to. It's not, you don't have to. Whatever you paid for Newbies, we'll upgrade you into Local if that's what you'd like to do. Mike, what offer works if my business is a local restaurant? So Mike, this is where I want to challenge you to think about your exact target customer. So if I'm a pizzeria owner, if I'm a pizzeria in my local town, then I might want to be, giving away, maybe a free slice or a discount for, off of a full pizza. You want to be sharing offers, special offers about your local restaurant. Now, I don't know what type of restaurant it is, but you want to be offer based. Okay, so what kind of offers can you be running to attract your ideal audience in your local area? Okay, and what do you know about your target customers? All right, this is where I really want to challenge you to be thinking about your offer, your offer meaning your restaurant, but then the customers that you want to serve. Okay, what's going to get them in the door? What's going to attract them? All right, because you get them in the door, then you're giving them an amazing experience at your restaurant and give them great food, and they're going to keep coming back, and they're going to tell their friends about it. Jason says, how do I create free value when my podcast itself is free? Jason, all kinds of different ways. Depending on what type of topics that you're talking about in the podcast, you could have free downloads that someone has to opt in for example, that talks about a topic that you talked about on the podcast. We call them content upgrades that you can offer. You can offer directly to the free content. Like that could be your free content. So you would do clicks, send people to your website, and then you're sending people to, your website or iTunes or Stitcher, that sort of thing. Okay, so that could be your free content, because my guess here is the goal is to get more listeners of your podcast. So Jason, I wrote an article on this on my website. By the way, be very clear on what your objective is. Okay, this is no different here than if you're a local business or a podcaster. Then if you are a podcaster, why are you running Facebook ads in the first place? Yes, you want to get more listens, but why is that? Are you trying to get a sponsor? Are you trying to make the new and noteworthy on iTunes? Are you trying to, are you marketing and advertising your own products on your podcast? Are you trying to get more listens and sales that way? Be very, very clear on what you're trying to accomplish. A says, I heard that links and copy decrease the ad reach. Never had an issue there, A, with including the link in your with your ad copy. Never had an issue. Scott says, what's a good length for a video? All right. It took a while to get this question. I get this question a lot. Scott, I don't mean to be cliche, but the length of your video needs to be as long as it needs to be to get your point across. So what I would encourage you to do with your videos is either educate, entertain people, try to get them to take action, teach something in your video, use video to let them know about an offer that you have, take them behind the scenes of what your offer is, that sort of thing. And your video could be 30 seconds, it could be 8 minutes. Okay, so there's no right or wrong on the length. It just should be as long as it needs to be to get your point across. And this comes down to the strategy of your Facebook ads. Why are you doing Facebook ads? Let's see here. Lindsay and Jackie are both asking questions about targeting, or I'm sorry, like testing and sort of things. So let me kind of combine both here. Lindsay says, do you have an ideal number of ads that you start with before you prune down on your ads? No, not necessarily, Lindsay. I don't have like a, I've had campaigns where we start with literally, earlier this year we ran a campaign with 767 ad sets. So not all 767 ran the entire length of the campaign, but we started that with that many, and we whittled those down into the best performers. So those 767 might end up in only, 50 ad sets running, but it really depends on what kind of budget that you have to spend. So there's no ideal number there. And then Jackie says, how do we start testing? Is it best to choose 4 to 5 target audiences and run the same ad to them and then test the type of advert? Jackie, I would encourage you to, it really depends on, again, what kind of budget that you have. So as far as testing goes, keeping in mind, what I would do is break out the target audiences per ad set. So for example, if I want to target, I'll use the yoga example I used earlier here in the training. So if I'm a yoga studio in Santa Monica, California, and I want to target women between the ages of 25 and 45 in Santa Monica who have an interest in yoga, that would be one ad set. And then if I want to target women who read Yoga Journal, same, women 25 to 45 who read Yoga Journal, that's a different ad set. So I would look to target different audiences. And yes, if you really want to, and if you don't have much of a budget, you can start off with one ad and see how it does. And then that's going to grow. Your testing is going to grow from there. But I would be looking at the different audiences that you're targeting to start when you're testing. Mary says, if we already bought FE Advantage, can we get this as an add-on? Mary, this is a completely, there's a lot of overlap in it, but it's geared differently, and it's a completely different program. So it's not like a freebie giveaway. Let's see here. Paul says, how does this differ from your FE Advantage program? We have the FE Advantage program. Why should we purchase the local version? So as I explained earlier, Paul, this one is geared towards local businesses, which is a different type of targeting, different type of offer and strategy, as opposed to online businesses, which is what FE Advantage is for. But I will say, Paul, that if you're in FE Advantage, we do have a lot of local business owners in there. And so I would say you're okay in the FB Advantage. If I'm the type of person that I just want to take your money, I would tell you no, it's different. I think you can get just as much from the FB Advantage. If you're already in there, you're good to go. Okay. But if you're just starting out here with one of my programs here in your local business, this is the program here for you. Chick says, is this good for agencies, or is that a forthcoming course? I would say, Chick, that's the course that's coming out in January. Kathy says, do you find the CPMs a lot higher for local campaigns? Kathy, frankly, I don't even look at the CPM, honestly. This is one of those things where we're talking about optimizing towards our actual, the most important number that aligns with our objective. I could not even tell you, honestly, what our CPM is for any of the campaigns I've run this year. And I don't know if you might be like, oh my God, Rick, you're crazy. It doesn't, I'm looking at what is my cost per conversion, and then I'm making decisions based on that number. So I just share that with you just to kind of challenge you a little bit. Now, if your goal here is simply to reach as many people as possible in your local area, then CPM, cost per 1,000 people, would be relevant, okay? But for local campaigns, I'd say a lot higher for local campaigns. No, not necessarily. If you're looking at a very, very small target group in your local area, then your cost could be a little bit higher because you're super, super specific on your targeting. So, good question, Kathy. Let's see here. Jason says, do you have resources for creating a PDF or other materials for the free gift in the sales funnel? Good question, Jason. We do cover that a little bit, but it is kind of like outside of the scope of what we're teaching, but that's actually a good idea. And as you can see here, I'm always open to feedback of adding something like that in there. But really, there's, as far as creating a PDF goes, it is as simple as doing it in like a Google Doc or Word or that sort of environment, and then creating it into a PDF. And if you want to have like some design, you could use something like Fiverr, or you could hire somebody on Upwork.com, or heck, find somebody on Craigslist to do a design for you, or even 99designs.com, who can kind of design your PDF really nicely for very, very inexpensively. So don't overthink that, Jason. Like it's very straightforward on that. Let's see here. Fion, is that right? What's a good size for a local audience, Rick? Local audience, Fion, that's going to differ. So I would say I don't have a specific number for you, because that is going to differ. I can give you an audience, sort of an ideal audience size for broader, which would be like between 500,000 and 2 million. But as a local business, if you're locally targeting, you're generally not going to even hit that, get close to 500,000 people. So that becomes, you just got to reach as many people of your target audience in your local area. Let's see. I think we're down to our couple last ones here. Denise says, do you have feedback on using stock video for ads versus iPhone simple ads? We own a vacation rental business and are considering stock video as an option. Denise, I'm not really sure what stock video is. If you're still on, can you let me know what that is? I'm curious what stock video is. iPhone video, I mean, heck, between the cameras there, I'm holding, I have iPhone 7, and the camera on this is ridiculous. It's like, from what I understand, my wife was telling me it's got 2 cameras in it. The video camera in the new phone is like a DSLR camera now. The technology in the phones is awesome. So don't be afraid to be using your smartphone to create videos for your business. I'm not really sure what a stock video is. Emily says, does your budget affect the placement of your ads? Example, smaller versus larger audiences and your budget spending. Does your budget affect the placement of your ads? Emily, if we're talking about placement as far as newsfeed, like desktop or mobile, budget is not going to, I don't really understand your question there. Smaller versus larger audience and your budget spending. Well, if your audience is, let's just say your potential audience size, let's just say is 200,000 people, and your daily budget is $5, then yeah, then you're not going to reach a large percentage of that audience because your budget is on the smaller side. So yeah, so budget is going to affect that. But the great thing is that with Facebook ads is you can get great results from a small budget. You don't need a big budget to see results. You start small and roll from there. Mary says, in the January agency course, will you be addressing the local strategies for those of us managing local and online businesses? So, Mary, we are in the process right now of forming what exactly that course is going to look like. But the idea is to teach people who want to be managing Facebook ads for other businesses or are currently managing Facebook ads for other businesses, whether they are local businesses that they're working with or online businesses, because I mean there is so much demand out there for people to run Facebook ads for businesses. So we'll be covering both. Good question. All right. I think we've reached the bottom of our questions here. Awesome. We're going on almost 2 hours, right? Yeah, almost 2 hours. Guys, you brought some great questions here. Thank you so much. Awesome questions. Really appreciate you taking time out of your day to attend the training. Come hang out with me. Hope you got a lot out of this training, and just again, I'd love to see you inside the FE Advantage local program. And again, for those of you who are still on here and are on the fence about joining, if you still want that 15-minute fast start strategy call with me, then we're going to be wrapping up here. That offer is good until we hang up here, which is just about to happen right now. So really looking forward to seeing you inside the program. Thank you again, guys, for coming to the training. Really appreciate you. Have an awesome rest of your Wednesday, and I will chat with you guys all soon. We'll see ya.